I've just watched the trailer, and my initial reaction, Formula 1 as a game has changed forever. So before we jump into the trailer breakdown, I want to quickly say one thing only. Get subscribed. I've got something special dropping very soon. I have early access to the game, so if you want to see that gameplay and all the latest breaking news and early exclusive content, this is the place to be. So guys, I want to try and reach 100k this year. That's my target. If you want to help me, feel free. But yeah, stuff arriving very soon. As for Breaking Point, I will talk about this in probably a separate video. I already done a video about it, basically predicting the story, and what I saw in the trailer seems to confirm it. So guys, a link in the top right if you want to see that video first, and I'll break this one down later on. But for now, we're going to focus on F1 World. Now for this breakdown, I'm going to take a bit of a different approach. We're going to basically run through the article rather than the trailer, because I want to see things in writing, and also I'll flash up on screen when I edit the video the visual examples and the visual cues from the trailer on screen at times that are important. But anyway, let's get into it. So we have the article here, and I want to say one thing straight off the bat. I was really worried about F1 World. The rumors and everything that was happening over the last year, it sounded like basically F1 Life 2.0 with private jets, more supercars, etc. It just didn't sound encouraging. However, it's the complete opposite. This could change the F1 game forever. And what I mean by that is, it's basically Ultimate Team for F1 games / an online My Team, something in the middle. It's really awesome. So let's get to the details and let's break it down. Here we go then. F1 World, the hub for all. Welcome to F1 World, your go-to place for all things Formula 1. As a brand new feature in F1 23, there's a lot that's been packed in. F1 World is an exciting new way to enjoy the game, serving as a central hub for multiple game modes, which does seem to be confirmed in the trailer. It features solo and multiplayer experiences, so online and offline, but a shared progression system. So very much, if we use FIFA as an example here, you can play Ultimate Team, but you can play FUT Champs or Divisions, or you can play, in FIFA's case, the offline version is of course the Squad Battles feature, and this is basically what they're doing with F1. Daily, weekly and seasonal content, an overhauled license level system, and many different ways to play, which we'll get into the latter later on, because I do feel like they've actually put in a bit of work to the online system, and I've also heard some rumors which I won't discuss, but it sounds very exciting. So TLDR, F1 World is ideal for beginners to basically, get their feet wet, which is very much the case with FIFA. If you play online, you just basically get started in Division 10 or whenever, and you just kind of build your way up. For returning players, you'll rediscover that the all-beloved areas of the game have a fresh look and feel, including Time Trial, Grand Prix, and multiplayer. All three of these link into F1 World, so in some way, shape or form, you can gain, whether that's XP or Bitcoin, or I believe in this one it's tech level. You can basically gain all of those across these three game modes. Some more, some less, but it's possible to basically gain in everything. As it says here, not only does the time spent in these modes feel more rewarding, but you can challenge yourself on difficult objectives for even greater benefits. So yeah, that also depends on the challenges, which to be fair, I really like. I'll put the examples on screen if I remember, but basically, in many ways, you don't even have to look at, Ultimate Team or FIFA for this. Other games such as Grid, or other classic racing games basically have a challenge system. You basically work your way up, go through challenges. Gran Turismo, Grid springs to mind, where you basically have to go through certain hoops to basically level up your car, get more cash, and basically, etc., improve. As you progress through F1 World, taking on events and challenges that change over time and align with the season, you'll increase your tech level. This is the key phrase this year, increasing your tech level. In the trailer, the highest the tech level goes to is 400, so I'm assuming that's the limit, and it says you can earn upgrades that can be equipped to your F1 World car. As your tech level increases, as will your car's performance, opening up more difficult events to master. So I really like this. This is the kind of, I would say, crossover between My Team in terms of the F1 edition, Ultimate Team basically. So I would say this really makes a lot of sense. It brings having an FOM My Team multiplayer car into the equation. There's more incentive to use it, which there wasn't really an incentive before to drive this car online. Now you're going to see it all the time, and everyone's going to be customizing it, improving it, and it also gives you incentives to want to basically, do the kind of challenges to get those pit coins and have a better looking car. And there's more later, but it really basically incentivizes everyone to play this a lot more, because, you know, what you put into it is what everyone else is going to see, and that's the fruits of your labor. And much like in the case of, you know, Ultimate Team playing, you know, division rivals or FUT champions, you aspire to be the best, and that's what it's going to take. So next up we have a series in F1 World. It's designed to offer a range of competitive events that take you on a single player global tour of Formula One. So as I was saying before, this seems to be the kind of offline part of the equation, which I mentioned before in FIFA, is squad battles. So yeah, these events will span a variety of game modes and tracks with various primary and secondary objectives to complete, improving your driving skills against the AI, master different circuits, and get a taste of luxury with supercar events to help improve your tech level and the F1 World Car. So this is where the supercars have been inserted into the game. This wasn't really mentioned in the trailer, so this is a little bit of, you know, detail. So supercars will be in the series section by the looks of it. We have solo and multiplayer events, so including an ever-changing list of daily, weekly and seasonal events and objectives. Solo and multiplayer events can offer a taste of both single player and multiplayer racing. Content drops align with the Rule F1 calendar, so there's always a good reason to come back. So yeah, basically kind of regurgitating what they said before in another paragraph. And this is interesting now. So the F1 World Car, this is what I'm really happy about, because it's a bit like my team in the sense that you get to basically build your whole team and compete. And then also at the same time it crosses over with Ultimate Team in the sense that you're then putting that team up against other teams to see who's the best. Your F1 World Car is the vehicle you'll be using throughout most of F1 World. Just like in previous games, you'll be able to change how it looks, but in F1 World you'll unlock upgrades to equip, instantly changing its performance. As you progress through F1 World, you'll unlock upgrades known as car parts, so brakes and gearboxes, and team members. Team members include a team principal, strategist, R&D head, and sponsors. Pools, a lot to take in here. So it seems like, unlike my team, there's not as much car upgrades. Possibly it only mentions brakes and gearboxes, not engines, aero, chassis, so maybe a slightly toned down version. But then the key thing here, I would say, unlike my team, is team members. You know, in my team, the team members are already assigned for you. You don't really get to pick staff, whereas you can here, which is disappointing in the sense that I hope you can do this in my team. If you can't do this in my team and you can do this here, that's a bit of an L, I'm not going to lie, but it is what it is. Anyway, you can choose your team members, and you get a team principal, strategist, R&D head, and then sponsors separately. So sponsors we can do, of course, in my team, but we don't get to pick a team principal, strategist, or R&D head. You can do that in F1 Manager, but not in F1 my team. So this is interesting. This is essentially not like FIFA Ultimate Team where you can pick your manager, but back in the day, you know, you would have staff cards, you know, and certain things, and this seems to take a leaf from that. So it seems like there's a bit more emphasis placed on this rather than the car parts section, which I'm guessing is more about my team, if that makes sense. Each of these can have contracts assigned to them that give added gameplay modifications. That's interesting wording, to be fair. Contracts, I think of Ultimate Team a couple of years ago, but then give them added gameplay modifications. I wonder if that is the same way a contract for, let's say, a manager, for example, in Ultimate Team would have certain percentages in terms of negotiations and stuff. Obviously here you'll get some sort of other benefits. So let's say maybe depending on XYZ contract, you'll have increased maybe reliability or increased tech level. Maybe, that's what I'm thinking here. Unwanted upgrades can also be dismantled into resources that can be used to craft other items. That's really cool. So I don't know if that's the thing in my team. I don't think it is. I don't think you can take upgrades off, which again would be awesome to have that option in my team. You make a mistake, you do an upgrade that doesn't really work, you'd like to get those points back and basically reinvest them elsewhere. That's something that should be in my team, and I hope it is, but if not, you can do it here, which is also really, really awesome. And confirmation, upgrading your car will increase your tech level, making your car faster, handle better, and brake more efficiently, ultimately making it more competitive in events. I'm not sure how you would filter certain events, or maybe there is no filter, and whatever car you have, you enter, turn up, and it is what it is. All upgrades, car parts, and team members are unlocked through gameplay in F1 World, with additional upgrades being available as part of the free and VIP tiers of the Podium Pass. So there is the dreaded pay section, the pay to win part of the game, which it's just the way it is with games nowadays, especially with EA games, so you have to accept it. These items can be acquired more quickly by purchasing XP boosts with Bitcoin, but outside of this, there are no ways to purchase individual upgrades with real-world money. It's not entirely pay to win, but it still is, basically. You can't just buy a one-off upgrade with actual real money, as in maybe like a DLC or something, or pay to win. But as long as you basically pay up in the podium pass, you can still get there anyway. So it's kind of like a getting around the issue, but not really kind of getting around the issue. A bit of a cop-out answer, but I could be understanding this wrong. We then have license level. So throughout F1 World, F1 23 will encourage you to race cleanly with a new safety rating system. I'll stop there because this is a big thing. So this is taking a big leaf out of iRacing. Okay, iRacing is known for a safety rating system and of course an iRacing system, which is performance based. But in the case of safety rating, the higher your safety rating, the better it is for you, because you'll be placed in people with similar safety ratings to basically have cleaner races, which is ultimately what we all want. And it's awesome that this is integrated into this, and this is where F1 World is kind of taking things from everywhere. Like I said, a bit of my team, a bit of Ultimate Team, a bit of iRacing, a bit of everything. Whether you're playing series, which is the offline, or solo or multiplayer events, the number of penalties you receive and how would you play to the rules will impact your license level. So basically, you can't really even horse around and make, stupid videos crashing people in offline modes, because that will also affect you, which is really interesting. So I'm guessing there will be some kind of off the grid or basically non-counting game modes to basically just mess about with your friends. But if you're in the F1 World environment, at all times you're being judged. So clean driving throughout events will help you advance with the ranks A to D, with higher ranks opening up more realistic race styles. For example, in rank D, collisions with other drivers in multiplayer are disabled, whereas those with a rank A license will have full damage enabled for a more authentic experience. So yeah, pretty much it's kind of like iRacing. In iRacing, collisions are always on at all times, but rank D, or Division D per se, is where most noobs are, so you're going to have a bit more chaos. Rank A, you're going to have much better, cleaner races. For all events in F1 World that rely on your license level, you have the freedom to choose which level you play at. Even once you've attained a particular license level, you can still select a lower one ahead of each event for a more casual experience. Again, this is where it kind of differs from iRacing a bit. So iRacing, you're basically placed at that level when you're racing people with a similar level to you. With this, you can actually scale it down, but then potentially you risk getting in trouble because those lower tiers are a little bit more chaotic. So even though you might want to have an easy race to beat some easier people, they may not be as clean races, so you may actually get in trouble if you choose to take that risk. Finally, confirmation. If you don't want your license level impacted, you can always switch this off when playing custom multiplayer games or in a Grand Prix offline. This is big. Ranked overhaul. While series, solo and multiplayer use the F1 World car, the entirely overhauled rank mode relies on equal performance vehicles to allow pure driving ability to take center stage. Now this sounds like a completely separate mode to F1 World multiplayer per se. This is kind of a different thing entirely. Unlike previous games, Rank now features a division-based system. Drivers are placed into groups with 100 players in each. Every group has its own leaderboard, and depending on how you perform in ranked events, you'll climb or drop down your leaderboard accordingly. I would replace the word group with division here because it makes more sense. So divisions of 100, and basically, as we'll see now, there's a relegation and promotion system. If you're one of the top players in your group, by the end of the week, you'll be promoted to the next division. See, now they use the word division, whereas before they were using group. Fall behind, and you may be demoted to divisions below you. Drivers in higher divisions will earn Podium Pass XP boost with bonuses ranging from 5 to 20%. Fair play. This is what it's all about. Not pay to win. If you're good and you improve and you get fast, you're rewarded for it. Simple as that. I love this. It's a bit like, football, also Ultimate Team, the kind of relegation promotion system in there. The difference is you actually get extra incentives, which you don't get in Ultimate Team. The Elite Division is one of the highest of them all, and those in that division can earn the right to call themselves one of the best players in the world, whilst those in your group are made up of drivers on your chosen platform, be that Xbox, PlayStation or PC. Crossplay is enabled when matchmaking. For the Elite Division, you'll be able to see where players rank on the global crossplay leaderboard as well as where they rank on your platform. This is what it's all about. Are you the best? Do you think you're good? This is it. We got crossplay last year, and it was brought into great success, and now this just brings everything together. It's awesome, and you can filter by platform or just have crossplay on and see if you're truly the best across all the platforms in the world. Goals and Compendium. In addition to everything else in F1 World, we've added 2 new sections to get you closer to the history of F1 and present, Goals and Compendium. Goals offer even more opportunities to earn rewards in F1 World and speed up your progression in the Podium Pass. The Compendium is a virtual sticker album. Stickers can be unlocked throughout your time in F1 World or crafted using resources you earn. Completing stickers earns you XP and more resources to go towards upgrading your F1 World car. A little awesome extra, I like that, but there's not too much to it. So, what I'm happy about, what I'm not happy about. I'm disappointed we are getting some features in this which I would love to have in my team, which are not seemingly happening. We've had no word on my team yet, and I'm a career mode player mainly. So I really hope my team isn't the same as 22, because that was the same as 21, and 21 was the same as 20, so it would be the 4th year we're stuck with it. Arav made a great point. EA is based on online kind of things in terms of the way they make their games, and it already feels like offline could be getting neglected a little bit in terms of my team, but I hope we get something before release. However, I also league race. I play a lot of online, and as much love my team's had over the years, especially, you know, career mode in general, but my team since 2016 up until about 2021 has had a lot of love. We've been crying out for some love on multiplayer, which has been neglected for pretty much since F1 2010. It just hasn't had anything going its way. This is the first time online is getting a complete revamp. So for that aspect, I'm really, really happy about it. So yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Those are my thoughts and opinions. Give me your thoughts down below. Are you excited? I think this is going to change the way we play F1 forever. But like I said, I still hope we get something regarding F1 My Team. Pause the video if you want extra info, such as this on screen, which is, you know, always important, but it's just details. So if you really care that much regarding, you know, extras, pre-order bonuses, all that stuff, feel free to pause the video and check. But guys, leave a like on the video if you're excited. Give me your thoughts down below in the comments. And like I said in the intro, subscribe. I've got content coming very, very soon, exclusive content, which hopefully you'll enjoy. And yeah, you don't want to miss it. So guys, cheers for watching. Always a pleasure. A big shout out to the members of my channel for supporting. Check out the 2 videos on screen regarding other F1 23 content, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Take care, and it's goodbye from me.